The Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, has ruled that the motion of no confidence in the government is valid. The court delivered judgment on a trio of cases related to the motion of no confidence that was made in the National Assembly of Guyana on December 21, 2018. The CCJ has made it clear that Guyana's constitution states that the cabinet, including the president, is required to resign if the government is defeated by the majority vote of all elected members of the National Assembly on a vote of confidence.
The court held that the National Assembly properly passed a motion of no confidence in the government on the 21st December 2019, and that the provisions of Article 106, 6 and 7 were accordingly triggered.
The Honorable Justice Adrian Saunders, President of the Caribbean Court of Justice. The CCJ's president explained that the court considered the majority needed to pass a motion of no confidence and decided that the requirement for a majority of all elected members of the National Assembly referred to a majority of the total number of votes or seats in the National Assembly, irrespective of the number of members who actually vote.
In determining that majority, the court was of the opinion that the half+1 rule was not applicable. The court held that since the Assembly comprised an odd number of persons, that is 65, when all the members of the Assembly are present and vote, all that is necessary is to determine whether the motion has garnered, quote, a majority of all the elected members, unquote. Such a majority in the court's view was clearly at least 33 votes.
The court then turned its attention to determine whether it had jurisdiction at present to inquire whether to deal with the disqualification of Charandas Persaud as a member of the National Assembly.
Having concluded that the court lacked jurisdiction to impeach Mr. Persaud's election, the court found that there was no real need to ascertain whether Article 165(2) preserved the validity of Mr. Persaud's vote on the motion. However, even if the court had jurisdiction to declare Mr. Persaud's election to the Assembly to be void from the outset, the court agreed with the courts below that Article 165(2) would have preserved the validity of his vote.
The CCJ also rejected the submission that Persaud was absolutely required to vote against the motion of no confidence along with other members of the government list unless he was granted permission by the party whip. Charandas Persaud, a member of the government side, joined the 32 opposition member in voting for the motion of no confidence, which was brought against the government. There were three main issues before the court. The first issue related to the number of votes needed to pass a vote of no confidence. The second issue was whether Mr. Charandas Persaud was ineligible to vote as he was a dual citizen, while the third matter related to the process through which Reverend Justice Retired James Patterson was appointed chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission GECOM by His Excellency Brigadier David Granger. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.